Hello guys, welcome to another tutorial. In this tutorial I am going to make movable jaw, and this is my tutorial number second, and this screw is going to be fixed in this hole. So let's start the sketch. Let's start the drawing. Just close it, new, model, millimeters, and OK. This is the movable jaw. Let me see you one thing. This movable jaw will move in this cavity. As you can see, in first tutorial we made a rectangular cavity throughout this body. So this movable jaw is going to be slide in this with the help of this screw. So in this tutorial I am going to make this movable jaw. Select sketch, select YZ plane, and OK. Draw a rectangle. I am selecting a center rectangle from the center. This dimension is 40 because this rectangular movable jaw is 40 mm. Let me see you the dimension. As you can see here, it is 40 mm wide, so I am assigning dimension 40 mm. Close. And the height is 60 mm, so you can change it by just double clicking on the rectangle on the temporary dimensions to make it permanent. Now what I am going to do is I am going to trim this bottom line, because I have to make this zigzag portion, and I will make only half zigzag portion, and I will mirror it after completing this zigzag portion. So the dimension of this portion is 25 mm height and 25 mm width. So let's take a line from here and draw from this point, and I am deactivating this auto continuous dimensioning. Let's undo it. Select line. Length is 2.5, so feet 2.5, angle 0, enter. Upward direction 2.5, enter. Angle is 90, and the horizontal is again 2.5, enter. Angle is 0, enter. Height is again 2.5, enter, and 90 degree, enter. It is about 6 steps. These are 6 steps. Again 2.5, enter, and the upward is 0, enter, and upward direction is 2.5, enter, and the angle is 90 degree. Again 2.5. Just give the direction to your mouse and feed the dimension as I am doing. Undo it. Draw a line again from the center point. 2.5, enter, and angle 0, enter. Upward direction 2.5, enter, angle 90, enter. Again 2.5, enter, 0, angle. Upward direction 2.5, enter, and angle is 90. Let's see how much steps I have. 1 2 3 4 5 6. 1 2 3 4. This is fifth. This fifth one. Angle 0, and this is 6th. 2.5, enter, angle 90, enter. Now I am in the center of this zigzag portion, so I am taking 2.5 divided by 2. 2.5 divided by 2, enter, and angle 0, enter, because I will mirror it after it. So select mirror command from the toolbar, and select the lines which you want to mirror one by one. Center line for the mirror is I am selecting this green line. Apply and cancel. Okay, let me see what I did here. Let's undo it. I will make this zigzag portion again. because I think this is 3.5. So take line, draw horizontal line 3.5, enter angle 0, and upward direction 2.5, enter 90, enter again horizontal 3.5, enter 0, enter, and upward direction 2.5, enter 90, enter 3.5, enter 0, and upward 2.5, enter or 90 degree, enter. So 3.5, enter 0, enter, and upward direction 2.5, enter 90, enter. This is 3.5, enter 0, enter, and let me see how much steps I have. 1 2 3 4. This is I think fifth one. 2.5, enter 90, enter, and this is sixth one. 1 2 3 4 5. 1 2 3 4 5 and 6. 1 2 3 4 5. 3.5, enter 0, enter. Okay, leave that portion as it is, because I came at the center, exact at the center. I think there's some mistake in this drawing, because this drawing have 1 2 3 4 5, and this last one is sixth one, and I am taking the same dimension, and I have only 1 2 3 4 5. This is fifth one, so there must be some mistake in this drawing. So guys, there is a mistake in this drawing, so I am just taking only fifth steps, and this 3 point, and now what I'm going to do is I'm mirroring this whole steps by selecting this mirror curve, and left this line, do not mirror this line, select okay, it is selecting all 14 curves. Select center line and select this portion and apply, and okay, cancel. Now these two lines are intersecting with each other, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to delete this line and extend this line further so that it can meet this horizontal line. Select this vertical line and close it. Select again, extend, select this line, and okay. Now the steps are completed. This is 40 and this is 20 and it is 60, and the value of extrusion is 18 here. So finish the sketch, select extrude command. Now it is asking to you select a curve which you want to extrude. After selecting this part, now it is asking for you the extrusion direction. Extrusion direction should be X. It is not extruding, so let me see what is the problem in my sketch. Just double click over it. I think nothing is left here, so why it is not extruding? The sketch is fully constrained. There is no problem. Finish it. Select the sketch, select extrude. Okay, now it is now it will get extrude very easily. Select feed 18 is the extruding value. Apply and okay. Select hide this sketch if you want to hide, and now there is a chamfer of chamfer on all these 4 lines, so I will apply chamfer later. So the first thing is there is a hole at the top of this movable jaw. It is 12 diameter jaw and 20 mm in depth. For this I am creating a hole throughout the body knot. Select value here. The depth of this screw is 20 mm. Tip angle is 118 by default. Boolean operation should be subtract. Now it is asking to you to specify the point, so specify the point at this top of this face. Now the dimension it select close. It is 18 mm thicker, so I'm after selecting this dimension, select vertical, select this point and select this bottommost line, and it is 18 mm, so I am giving 18 divided by 2, and select horizontal from this linear dimension, select the point and select this vertical line, and it is 40 mm wider, so feed 20 mm here, so that point can come at the exact center. Okay, now so you can see the point is created, the diameter is 12 mm, so change it also, and the depth is 20, and it should be subtract and apply and cancel. The total height of this bolt is 60 mm. So now there is another hole which is 5 mm diameter, and this hole is throughout this body. So for this I am going to, why I am saying it is throughout the body, because you can see in this front view there is a dotted line showing this hole is cut through throughout the body. So for this I am again selecting the hole, and it is now asking me for the point, so specify the point and this side face of the movable jaw. The thickness is 18, so I am activating this sketch, this temporary sketch, double click over it to edit it, and I am feeding 8 divided by 2, just half of the 18 divided by 2, enter, and close it. Now this is, and it is about 7 mm in depth, so double click over it and 7 here, and it will come in on its position, and select finish. Now it's time to feed the value of this hole is about 5 mm diameter, so I am assigning 5 mm diameter, and select value until next or throughout the body, so that hole can be created up to the next point of this movable jaw. Apply and OK. Now the last thing is left here is the chamfer, and chamfer is about, let me see the dimension, it is 45 degrees and 2 mm in length. For the chamfer, select the chamfer and select offset angle option in the chamfer, and now it is asking for you the select edge, but first you have to specify the dimension. The angle is 45 and the distance is 2. Select all 4 edges, apply and cancel. Now the movable jaw is created and it is completed. Now it is ready to fixed in the base. So let's assign some color to this movable jaw. For this I told you earlier, just right click on the body and select assign feature. Now I'm specifying the color. It is up to you which color you want to specify over this body. So I am taking this light blue, or I should take this green color. Let me check this green color, apply and cancel. Oh, it is looking fantastic, and it is totally depend upon you which color you want, and select this chamfer and specify this color over this chamfer as well by selecting another color which is blue, I guess. Okay, let's activate me the true shading. By activating true shading, you can see your object will look like the real one, isn't it? So this is my tutorial number 2, and the part which I made for you is movable jaw, and my third tutorial will be on this screw. Let me zoom out it so that you can see it clearly. So this is my next tutorial number 3, and I hope you are liking my tutorials and you like this tutorial also. And if you like, please like and subscribe our channel, and don't forget to hit the bell icon so that you don't miss any notification from our CAD CAM solutions. Thank you.